Welcome everyone to Darlington Raceway, Darlington, South Carolina, here for the second race of the My Turn Racing Truck Series. This race is sponsored by Nest in the Woods. Picture of the actual track will be coming up here in just a few moments. Qualifying is currently underway with about 6 minutes remaining, and we'll actually get some more information. This one is sponsored essentially by Mark Redford, so a little bit of information on Nest in the Woods. And that is, well, they are a community interest company, a not-for-profit social enterprise promoting outdoor education, health, well-being, and care for the environment. And they run 2 fully outdoor preschools. They provide forest school services for schools and nurseries, training for colleges and childcare providers, along with organizing outdoor events and getting people closer to nature. And more information on that can be found on the website nestinthewoods.co.uk. It's of course UK based, and it's pretty interesting. I've actually never seen outdoor schools over here in the US, so that's a pretty interesting concept. Actually, we'll see if we can get Mark Redford to talk about that more later on, maybe even right now if we can, but rather have them get ready for the race instead of interviewing up in the moment. So we'll see if we can catch him during a caution, or if not, probably at the end of the race. But aside from that, though, this is Darlington Raceway as per usual, second race. And of course, last week Ian Cornish. Now we have the points available, but we do have them. We don't have them available to use on the stream, at least. Buttons are not really the greatest strong suit over on this end. I'll tell you why that came up, but Ian Cornish, of course, he won last week at Talladega Superspeedway. So we're going to see what he can do for today. At the moment, he is second place in the qualifying, and we'll get to the actual qualifying results here in a few moments' time when qualifying ends, even. So we've got about 4 minutes until then, and we appreciate you joining here for today. So, of course, as per usual, I am just the one-man show over here, doing production and commentary. I am still Gary Weaver, as, again, usual. Just a little bit of a side thing that I love to do once in a while. Nigel De Jong, though, currently on the pole. He unfortunately was taken out last week in a wreck at Talladega, the big one even. So, I believe it was one of 3 cautions. Or 2, I believe. I may be incorrect on that one, but either way, we'll see what points we can get up here, loaded at least on the non-broadcasting end. And looks like we got them. All right, so Ian Cornish is first in points. The point standings goes from 43 minus 1 every single position. It's 43, 42, 41, 40. That's not including bonus points, by the way. But we have Ian Cornish, Jake Forrester, Stuart Pomfrey, Matthew Dalton, Carl Hayes, Doug Pickering, Ashley Blake Hood, Josh Wong, Adam Wright, and Ben Summers, your top 10 in points. 11th through 20th is Mike Robertson, Jim Carr, John Jarrett, Stephen Parks, Michael Jones, Stuart Bennett, Linus Brostrom, Andy Oakley, Sergio Cabral, and Mark Nadeau. Some stats about previous races here. Well, there's only been 4 previous races here, and it's been, as of 2018 Season 3, it's only been 4 races here. This is going to be the 5th race, and, well, there was a pretty interesting gap, because they came here in Season 2, 3, and 4 in 2015, and they had a little bit of a 3-year break, essentially, and then they came back in 2018 Season 3. They're back here at Darlington once again for 2019 Season 1. Previous drivers, 24, 23, 26, 16. And this time we have 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So pretty much the most, I believe, as well. So second most. Pretty much tied for the most races as of Season 4 2015's race of 24 drivers. 26 drivers, rather. Let's see, previous race winners here. Who do we have? We have Rachel Whiteford, Jake Forrester, Aaron Maspero, and Josh Wong. So we could be, well, Josh Wong qualified 4th, and unfortunately Rachel Whiteford, Jake Forrester, and Aaron Maspero, they're all in 2015 seasons. So we could be seeing either a repeat in Josh Wong or an entirely new race winner here for this race. And looking over most points here, of course, Rachel Whiteford with 108, Stuart Pomfrey with 100, Richard Wild with 99, Ian Cornish with 92, and John Jenkins with 91. And that is pretty much it. Most laps led, though, led by Jake Forrester, who is not in this race, but he has led 83 laps total. This race will be 75 laps as well. So essentially, it's just going to be a one time only to see if you can get yourself into, I believe, the top 2. Hey, Michael, you should be getting ready, not chatting with us. Michael Jones, though, he's going to be taking it easy tonight. He's making He's definitely just going to take a break here, especially at Darlington. It's essentially just a one-lane track and the opposite of any other racetrack on iRacing, where you usually run the bottom lane. Well, most of the time. That just depends. This track, though, insanely thin. So, insanely thin in terms of the race line. So it's not impossible to run too wide, but off of turn number 2, oh boy, that's not going to be too good. Well, qualifying is now over. 26 drivers should be taking the grid. 19 took an actual lap time. And we'll see who is in what position. Starting in first place. That's the entirely wrong one. For some reason, it defaults to race instead of qualifying. So we'll see if that's fixed itself. And it has. Alright, so Nigel De Jong is starting in the first place position. Ian Cornish to his outside. Not sure why nothing really loaded there, but either way, Ian Cornish to his outside in the number 81, 4181 front row. Reese Saunders and Josh Wong will be starting in the 3rd and 4th place position. Jake Forrester and Mark Redford will be starting 5th and 6th. Matthew Dalton and Adam Wright 7th and 8th. And running out the top 10 are Doug Kinraid and Stuart Barnett. Starting in 11th, it's going to be the 59 of John Jarrett. Number 23 of Ken Bracey starts to his outside. The number 14 of Ian Bassey will be starting in the 13th place position. 666 Michael Jones will be starting in the 14th place position. Stuart Pomfrey starts 15th. Sergio Cabral starts... Stuart Pomfrey starts 15th. Sergio Cabral starts 16th. 17th is John Jenkins, Carl Jacquelet, 18th, 19th, Christopher, that's actually a new driver, Christopher Kearney starts in the 19th place position. Ben Summers rounds out the top 20. Number 2 of Doug Pickering starts 21st, 22nd is Carl Hayes, 23rd Jonathan Rex, 24th is Mark Nadeau, 25th is Simon Marshall, 26th rounding out the field is Mike Robertson. Apologies for the quick loss of picture, although that is strange on how nothing really saved there. I did have a different camera angles, but for some reason those did not save, so apologies for the quick loss of picture. It's already overcast here at this track as well, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how much an effect that plays, as the pace car is already pulled off. Nigel De Jong will bring the field to the green flag, and already in line is going to be the 81 of Ian Cornish. Green flag here at Darlington for 75 laps. Waiting for everything to cycle through on this end. Where we start switching. There we go. 31 of Mark Redford has that Nest in the Woods sponsor. We'll see if we can get a word with him. Somebody's having some major internet issues, so hopefully they'll be able to pull off the track soon. Side by side, 59 of John Jarrett slides and makes a little bit of contact with Ken Bracey, and that's for the 11th place position. And already he is just racing as hard as he wants to. And of course, alright, look at how quickly this is just settled in a single file and how spread out this is. So already Nigel de Jong currently in the lead, and he's quickly making a statement, for the moment at least, on the lead that Ian Cornish had pretty much just off the start of last week. That's Rhys Saunders, who's having a few internet issues. Oh, Ian Cornish gets into the outside wall. He's going to make contact with the 91. Almost 3 wide. Jake Forster tries to look in the middle. Here comes Redford, and everyone else is going to get stacked up here. Look at Redford capitalizing as much as possible. Ooh, man, almost clipped the left rear quarter panel of that 91. I think Redford just made, what, 2 positions and just 1 straightaway? It's about 2 or 3 positions, so he's already in the top 3. Great opportunity there. Anthony Dalton in the 6th, in the 7th place position, ironically. Right now, Nigel de Jong has a pretty sizable gap between he and Rhys Saunders. About 1.2 seconds has separated those two just off the start. And there's just a long line of cars here. Take a look at this brewing battle for 5th place, as the 44 Jake Forrester is going to be, well, not really defending, he's just going to be running his line, but Josh Wong may be looking to attack out of turn number 2 here, as unless the 44 capitalizes on that 81 in Cornish in a few moments. So they're all on the line. That's 4th, 5th, and 6th respectively. 81, 44, 27. Somebody's on the outside wall. I think that was Redford. Yeah, he's lost a little bit of time, I believe. Looking through the field for anything. Well, Ken Bracey and John Jarrett, they're still battling. I think they've made contact as well, because I'm seeing a little bit of damage on the front end of that 59, a little damage on the back end of that number 23. So those two are still going at it. And closest battle on track is between, well, actually, no, found it just in front of the 666 Michael Jones. That's Stuart Pomfret. Well, no, now it's going to include Michael Jones. He's trying to capitalize. May not work for the time being, though, and it will not, unfortunately. But John Jenkins having some issues. Stuart Pomfret in 13th. John Jenkins trying to keep his internet connection to hold on to 14th. Michael Jones 15th. Mark Redford is caught up to the back bumper of Rhys Saunders for that 2nd place position. He's brought with him the number 81. Both, well, look at this, 91, 31, 41, or 81, rather. Cornish looks to the inside for that 3rd place position and will capitalize as much as he can every time with this track, I swear. This track is interesting and also deadly at the same time. You enter low, you pretty much diamond the corner, you move up high to the middle of essentially turns 1 and 2, and then, well, through turns 3 and 4, you just hold on to the top side as much as possible. Saunders still having some issues. Hopefully those get sorted out throughout the race. Meanwhile, Josh Wong looking to the inside of Jake Forrester and decides to move back behind that number 44, so he didn't really have the momentum. That's a smart move. Every time these drivers slide up in the middle of turns 1 and 2, I feel like somebody's going to hit the wall. Somebody just locked up their brakes, I think. Is that Saunders with the, I think, yeah, that was Saunders. He's having some major issues, unfortunately. Yeah, he's going to, yeah, he quickly pulled off. It's a caution for him. I don't think it is, and it is not. It's for John Jenkins on the back straightaway, number 43. And that was a good save, though, for that Rhys Saunders. That was a good save, because he's having some major issues. Jenkins around on the back straightaway. We'll see what happened. Replay coming up in a few moments' time. And here it is. A little bit of connection issues for him. Jones to the inside. And now it's just a racing incident. Tried to capitalize and slid up unintentionally. Not a lot of damage by the looks of it, but going by at least the smoke trail and the aftermath of that. It's nothing too bad for the 43 Jenkins and ride on board. I could see he was trying to stay off the wall, so that could have doubled as well, as Jones had a little bit more momentum as compared to the number 43. So pretty much everybody's in pit road at the moment. Pretty early on into this race, but I can see why. Lap 13 of 75. Everyone going to see where their tires are at. And first off, it's going to be Mark Redford, 6, 41. Whoa, 41 and 81 were side by side. That's going to be interesting to see sorted out. And it looks like it's going to be the 41 and the 81. Josh Long comes off 5th in that pit road exchange. Mark Redford currently in the lead. I want to talk with him, but unfortunately I'm going to be losing the picture here for a few moments. I want to get these cameras readjusted because I have no idea what had happened with the camera angles that I had originally. So apologies for no picture, but for some reason cameras have just decided to no longer really exist. It is 1 lap to green, so we will get the picture back as soon as we can. Yeah, not sure what happened with the cameras whatsoever. But we will get the picture back up here in a few moments. It's weird, as they were set up and then they just decide to not really save for some reason. But either way, pace car pulls off. Mark Redford in the lead here. Matthew Dalton to his outside. Nigel DeJong third. Cornish and Wong will round out the field. Green flag as Redford is already on the pedal. Ian Cornish moving down to the inside a little bit too early. Alright, just a scramble of cars. Dalton that's going to get shuffled back just a little bit. No idea what happened with the voice there. That's going to be shuffled into the outside wall even. There goes Forster way to the inside. Taking the extremely safe route of below the non-existent dashed white line on the back straightaway. Now Ray DeJong is going to capitalize, and at the line it was DeJong that time. Ian Cornish is also capitalizing. Mark Redford is quickly falling back. I don't think he took tires, and if he did, he definitely took 2 if he's going to be falling back that quickly. Redford has fallen back to the 5th place position. Josh Wong is currently 4th. He'll be giving the back portion of the field, just the mid-pack at least. And looks like, well, the 59 Jarrett may have gotten into the outside wall. Stuart Bennett in 11th. He may be getting shuffled back. Here comes Jonathan Rex down to the inside, number 15 for that 11th place position. Oh, it's going to slide up. Oh, that's not going to work out too well. There's a wreck in the back. Huge crash. Well, that's Christopher Kearney and the 91 of Reese Saunders. Something happened with those two. Not sure what exactly. Redford comes off the pit road. He must have taken tires already. We'll look back at that. That was lap 17. Just gonna make a mental note of that. We'll look back at what happened there, but for the time being, we're gonna be waiting because there's a lot of action going on right now. Stuart Bennett trying to get up to the top side. Multiple drivers in the outside wall. This could not end too well. There goes Dalton. Nope, 23, 6, 2, 31 involved. Caution is out. Oh, more drivers involved. 36. Is that? I think it's Stuart Pomfrey, and that is 23. Ken Bracey got the worst of that as well. Michael Jones, I think, is also involved in that. Huge crash, and that was a wild few laps there. Well, replay coming up in just a few moments. Not sure what had happened there. That was just a wild few laps, basically. So 59 tries to come up, 23 tries to go low and save whatever position that he could. Doug Pickering gets involved. We'll be looking at this one. It would be, my goodness, I don't even know what happened. 303, 59 hit the wall, 59 goes low, 23 moves down, probably trying to protect that inside lane, but somehow ends up coming into the 59. Michael Jones, oh man, those guys were flying through there. That wasn't really, from racing perspective, I don't think Jones even made any contact whatsoever, but from a racing perspective, I could see that, but it's not really a smart move to do that here at Darlington because you have absolutely nowhere to go. But I can see what Pomfrey and I believe Saunders as well were trying to do. Crash happens. Oh no, Saunders as well was trying to do the same thing. I thought they just both I thought they just both made that decision at the same time. Right along with Saunders. They both slowed down, and now it's just spacing is why. Alright, I take back what I said. Never mind. Yeah, they're unfortunately both out at this point. Doug Pickering, I was about to say somehow in first, but that's because pit stops have taken place at this point. We're going to wait to talk to Mark Redford. He's probably not in the best of moods right now. I wouldn't be surprised. So pace car lights will remain on, and we'll see what we can do with the camera angles here in a few moments. But until then, this is the My Turn Racing Truck Series here at Darlington, and it is sponsored by Nest in the Woods, lap 22 of 75, second caution of the day.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
And we are back, and it is suddenly overcast here at Darlington. Thanks to the cloud cover that we have now. It's a bit sarcastic, but this is going to be throwing a little bit of a wrench into everything. Lap 24 is the lap we're going to be going green. Pace car pulls off. And we'll be going green here in a few moments' time as goes in control of number 4 of Sergio Cabral. First time racing in this league, and green flag is out. We are underway once again for the 3rd time here at Darlington. And already he's got the back bumper from Nigel De Jong. It's going to be one of the 2 camera angles that we're going to have set up here, and a little bit of work in progress at the moment. Look at Josh Wong on the outside, though. He's already trying to make a little bit of a statement. Sergio pretty damaged. By the looks of it, may be incorrect on that one. I'll take an onboard look. Yeah, he's got a little bit of right front damage. Probably had a run-in with the wall unintentionally, and there's another run-in with the outside wall when I think it was Adam Wright trying to make a move on him. Maybe wrong though, and another hard shot to the outside, 303. Stuart Barnett has to move to the outside as well. And a little bit of a stack up. This is going to be interesting. 50 laps to go this time around. Well, Adam Wright is now in the top 5, Cornish 4th. Jake Forster and Nigel De Jong. Well, they're both not really battling for a second, but they're about to. Especially Forster gets to the inside here off of turn number 2. Turn number 4, rather. We can hear that they're not even lifting whatsoever. Well, now they are. They're lifting, but they're more than likely not braking. This is a little bit less banked than turns 3 and 4. That's the reason they could put just a little bit more power here into turns 1 and 2 as compared to 3 and 4. Josh Wong, though, he has a 2nd lead on Nigel De Jong, who are currently looking back at, or riding on board the back bumper, looking at Jake Forster in 3rd. Looking through the field, this appears to be the closest battle between Matthew Dalton and Carl Jacqueline for position number 9. Let's come off the back straightaway, off into turns 3 and 4. Almost a little bit of contact. Somebody's in the outside wall. I think that was number 4, and it was, unfortunately, just a little bit. We're taking a look at this battle for sure. And Ave Jacqueline has a little bit of an edge in the corner entry, but look at that run by Matthew Dalton off turn number 2, side by side down the back straightaway, shoots by that number 8. Impressive momentum there. That's the best thing that could happen when you diamond that corner. Meanwhile, another battle for position number 6. That's Doug Kinraid in the number 64. Well, Jonathan Retz is just going to let him on by. Smart move, good strategy as well. Speaking of strategy, Michael Jones did say he was going to be laying back. Well, he did. It kind of worked out. He's got a little bit of right side damage, though. Again, more than likely from a run-in with a wall, quite literally. So it is unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Especially here at Darlington, where pretty much everybody, I should say, it's pretty borderline impossible to escape Darlington without a stripe on the right side of your truck, or vehicle, I should say. Truck, car, same thing, so long as you're running at Darlington. Looking through the field, though, not seeing any really close battles. Nope, spoke too soon. 24's in the outside wall as Ben Summers was in the inside. That was for 16th. At 24 is Christopher Kearney as well. So seems to escape for the time being. And speaking of escaping, well, National De Jong has finally escaped the grip of that number 44 Jake Forrester. And, well, not really closed the gap, but running on board the back bumper of the leader, Josh Wong. Looking at the comparison, well, it's still a second. It's really close there in turns 3 and 4. It seems to be a little bit of an occurring pattern. I saw it 0.8 seconds for a while. Let's see what the lap times are. 29.342 versus 29.341. So a thousandth of a second faster was Nash De Jong last time around. So everyone is very spread out for the time being, not really seeing any extremely close battles. Spoke too soon. Actually, we could be seeing a battle between Kearney and Robertson for 17th, but that may not be the case. Looks like they're just even on their lap times. Well, 31 just got passed by the 666. Now he's in the outside wall. Oh my goodness. Well, Mark Redford has not really escaped any bad luck for a while. Michael Jones just took the inside lane and unfortunately completely killed the momentum that the 31 had. 8 of Carl Jacqueline hits the outside wall entering turns 1 and 2. I barely saw that on the edge of the screen. He's going to hit the wall again. No, more contact, heavy into the inside wall. Caution is going to come out. Oh, it's a little bit delayed. Oh, no. Oh, that's the 18. Hard contact. That's Simon Marshall. Someone else. That's a 24 of Christopher Kearney. I think that was a 70. No, that was... Who else was that? Somebody else made some contact as well. The 8 got the worst of it. Huge caution. Well, 24's trying to limp it back home. I'm not sure if he's under power or not. No, he's not. He's out. Well, caution is out once again here at Darlington. We're going to see what happened. Man, hello Darlington. Have not missed you at all as a racer, let alone a broadcaster. My goodness, last time I ran here, I think I barely survived. So I can feel for these guys. So Jones makes a move and just a little bit too much momentum, barely catches the safer barrier. And hard shot, 18, Simon Marshall. 24 makes contact. Someone barely avoided that. I think that was a lap down car. Man. That was, I've heard bad luck, but that's a new definition. Especially here at Darlington, where, again, it's Darlington, so I don't think it really has to be explained. Everyone's currently under the pace car now. Or behind the pace car. That's a hard shot to the inside on number 8. And, oh man, and the 18 as well. Ooh, man. Was that Ben Summers that barely avoided that? I think that was Ben Summers that somehow barely avoided that. I may be incorrect on that one. I'm not incorrect. I'll take a ride on board, see what he sees. Oh, man. I heard too close to call, but that's a little bit of a heart attack right there. Great avoidance by the 77 of Summers, though. Josh Wong still in first, Jake Forrester second, third place, Nigel De Jong fourth, Ian Cornish fifth, Adam Wright. Adam Wright has not really escaped the top five, for good reason, I should say. He hasn't been out of the top five for a while, since the last time that I've seen him in the top five, I should say. Pace car lights will remain on, and we'll take this opportunity to take a quick break for camera opportunities. See if we can get those back up and running as they were supposed to be. So don't go anywhere. This is the My Turn Racing Truck Series here at Darlington. And we're back live, and well, TV2 cameras are a little bit, how do I put this, broken, so we'll see what we can do with those if we do get another caution. Until then, we're stuck with TV1 and the very fun booth camera angle. As pace car pulls off, Josh Wong in the lead once again, green flag back out as he's really down on the way early on. That's going to separate the top four. Jake Forrester currently in the second place position, trying to somehow get past that 41, or at least stay in front of Cornish at this rate. Right now he's got the outside lane 100% taken up by that machine, so we'll see what these drivers can do. But look at that momentum by Jake Forrester on the top side, De Jong on the low side, trying to hang on. Ran right when I say that. There's the commentator's curse on that number 44. So, whoops. That's oh man, more into the outside wall. Man, that's tough to look at, unfortunately. I think we can chalk that up to commentator's curse right there. Meanwhile, Josh Wong still in the lead for the time being. It's like 21 laps now. It's going to be 22 laps once he crosses the start-finish line this time by. There it goes. Now De Jong second. Ian Cornish, last week's winner at Talladega, is currently sitting in third. So the defense. So we have last week's race winner in the form of Ian Cornish in third. 2018 Season 4 champion in Nash De Jong in second, and there's Josh Wong in first. He has one here actually, so I was about to say, let's see. I was thinking over the stats for Josh Wong. I was thinking, okay, there is something that I'm missing. Well, he did win here before. That was 2018 Season 3. Yeah, thanks to Reese Saunders in the comments saying Dijon should have the Jaws theme playing for him. It's like whenever we switch to the in-car camera, you just hear a small piece of that song in the background. Yeah, he's closing as much as he can, but these two drivers have been even, Dijon and Josh Wong. Aside from this section of the track right there, turn 3 and 4, Dijon ever so slightly gets an advantage, but throughout there, they're pretty much even. See what the comparison looks like throughout this track. Dijon just about 0.2 of a second, 0.02 of a second faster. Now we're going to take a look at the difference. As I turn 3 and 4 here. 0.399, really close the gap to 0.3. Don't even have to look at the difference for that one. Let's stay there though. No, 0.366. Last time around, 0.08 of a second faster as Josh Wong. So these two drivers are essentially they have their advantages at their own part of the racetrack. Josh Wong has turns 1 and 2. Nigel Dijon has turns 3 and 4. There's the visual difference right there. It's got to be very careful though to not get to the outside wall. 25 laps to go this time around. Looking through the timing screen, everyone is very spread out, so that helped Josh Wong a very large amount. Essentially, unfortunately for Mark Redford, he's 15th. But the gap between pretty much Josh Wong to Mark Redford is 16 seconds. So that's enough. That's just as a relative, as a base of how far the field is spread out. From first to fourth, it's 4 seconds. 5 seconds to Adam Wright in 6th. 7 seconds to position 7. So everyone again is just very, very spread out for the time being. Dijon, well, he's just hanging out there. Cornish definitely hanging out here. He's got some momentum from last week. Right when I say that, you could see on the board, he almost got the wall off turn number 2 there. Oh, careful, careful, Cornish. He almost got the outside wall there. You could hear him lift. Laps are closing down. At this rate, Cornish could just lay back and just hope for the best. As a race perspective, I'm pretty sure the best would be both of those two making contact in front of them, at least slowing each other down. A little piece of the apron unfortunately caught by Dijon, but he's still hanging on for the time being. Look at this beautiful sunset on the back street. Well, right when I say that. It's not the first time that we've had a race go almost in tonight here on the Wrestling Live Broadcasting Network. There's that beautiful sunset. It's just all around the entire racetrack. What would make this even better is if this track had lights. Well, we do have caution lights, and not really the best timing for them as well. Stuart Pomfrey, I believe. No, I'm not sure. Looking around the field, not sure what the caution is for, but we will see who it was for. What caused that caution as well. Let's see, caution lights are still on. Hello. Looks like it was even basking in the back straightaway, unfortunately. That's way too far back on our replay. There we go. Oh man, just came up way, way too soon. Destroy the, whoa, hello, destroy the front engine. It's very unfortunate for that number 14. It's pretty much just done at this point. Yeah, that's what, our third shot to the outside wall, inside wall, I should say, in the back straightaway. Yeah, he thought he could make it. He did not. That's very unfortunate though for that number 14. Hopefully they'll find some more luck, but unfortunately, pretty much it's inside. It's inside. I was looking at the chat for a second, but yeah, his luck could pretty much run out, as he was 4 laps down at the time. Pretty much everybody's in pit road at this point. I should not be surprised. Everyone trying to... Wow, these camera angles aren't too good, but we'll see who comes off pit road where. I think a few people have taken 2 tires off pit road. 6:27.41, 81.54. That's Matthew Darlington from out of absolutely nowhere. Did Matthew Darlington take 2 tires? Yeah, he had to have taken 2 tires. He did. Not sure which size, but Matthew Darlington definitely took 2 tires. His stop was 9.7 seconds as compared to Josh Wong, 14.3 seconds. So that's going to be pretty interesting on this restart. Reese Saunders with the RKO reference. Yeah, don't know we're like an RKO. Yep, I was going for that small reference, a bit subtle. Somebody caught it. But we'll see what we can do for the camera angles once again. Then hopefully they'll actually be set up. So we will be right back for the hopefully last actual commercial break during this caution. Don't go anywhere. And we are back live once again. Hopefully cameras actually work properly. We'll find out these final 15 laps. Everyone is pretty much on the same sets of tires, unless you're Matthew Dalton, who took 2 tires for the commercial break. Not sure, but they're probably right set tires. We're going to find out how that's going to play out for him. And he's already down in the way early on. He's going to try and take advantage as the green flag flies. Back underway once again. Hopefully, maybe the last time here at Darlington. Look at this. Nigel de Jong is going to capitalize on this as quickly as he can. And he's going to take that position away from Josh Wong. Those two have been even throughout pretty much the entire race. And our cameras properly work on the TV2 section. Matthew Dalton protecting that inside line as much as possible, but that's not going to work out. De Jong to the inside, 14 laps to go. Laps are winding down. And Dijon to the lead. Almost a little bit of contact. Josh Wong, though, he's going to help capitalize on this as well. Look at this. He's going to take the position away. No, he's not. He almost took the inside lane away from the 41 of Dijon. Unfortunately, it's got Dalton on the outside, but I do have room. 2 tires, and he's making it work as Matthew Dalton. My goodness. And it's a short run, so it's very, very bold move and very interesting. He's actually going to make a move to the inside. If he can, I'm not sure, but he's going to try. He's going to have to lay back here. 12 laps to go. This time by at the start-finish line. Oh my goodness. Look at that difference. Dijon is just flying away right now. I think those little tires finally kicked in for Dalton. Josh Wong trying to get around some way. He's got to make a move to the inside. Oh, almost took off the back bumper. Dalton trying to protect. He'll have to move up. He'll have to move up. And he won't. Man, Josh Wong almost had that inside. Laps are winding down. It's currently in favor of Nigel Dijon. .7 seconds. There is the difference visually. And that difference is really starting to ramp up. Josh Wong wants to get around that 6th of Dalton, but I don't think he can. It's probably too late at this point anyways. But you never know. Josh Wong was in the lead for a while, a good 20-something laps. And Nigel Dijon, maybe he might be breaking that lead lap record as well for this race. I don't know for sure. Josh Wong has finally gotten around Matthew Dalton, though. Cornish trying to follow suit. Can't get it done. There's 64 of Doug Kinraid. I haven't seen him for pretty much a while. Oh, caution's out. This is going to be an interesting shootout, but that's Jake Forrester, I believe, because of that caution. Oh, boy. This is going to be an interesting shootout here. We're already in a shootout situation. It was Jake Forrester. We'll see what happened here. Setting into turn numbers 1 and 2. I think, let's see, 43, 666. Oh, Forrester. Oh, man. And there's the 77 Ben Summers that made contact as well. He tried to save it, and he couldn't, unfortunately. That was the cause of the caution. Well, he almost had it. Unfortunately, though, he did not. There was no space for him whatsoever to really maneuver. Yeah, he was really low on power, too. I think his tires may have been shot. Yeah, that was really too close for him to save it. Oh, hard shot to Ben Summers. Is there anything? Yeah, there's a little bit of damage. So, nobody from the top 6 has went to pit road for the time being. This is quite interesting. Although, somebody's messing up here. Yep, Josh Wong. He's went to pit road. He's got 8.6 seconds on his pit stop. It's definitely not 4 tires. I don't know. I'm not sure. Everyone better make your predictions now because this could be interesting. We have Nigel Dijon, Ian Cornish, last week's winner. Adam Wright in 3rd. He's been up here a few times. Stuart Bennett in the 303 and John Jenkins in the number 5. Or number 43, rather. I believe John Jenkins... Yeah, he has a few stats of his own. Unfortunately, just in points here. He scored 91 points the last time he was here. No top 5s for him, though. So this could be a first for him. No top 10s. So we have the... I'm going to double check on that, actually, just to make sure. We have last season's champion, Nigel de Jong, last week's winner, Ian Cornish, Adam Wright in third. He's been in the top 5 a few times. We'll take a closer look and see how they were for this race. Well, yeah, Nigel de Jong, he qualified first, and his lowest position was third, outside of pit stops, of course. Ian Cornish started second, and his lowest position was 5th, so these two are in their original starting positions. Adam Wright, he started 8th, so he's 5 positions up. He has absolutely no lowest position somehow. I believe that lowest position only counts if you're below your starting position, so Adam Wright's been above position 8 for pretty much this entire race. Same with Stuart Barnett. He hasn't fallen below, apparently, between the top 10. And John Jenkins, he started 17th. He's currently not really in 6th. I believe he's in 5th. It's a live position for you. But that is impressive for that number 43. That actually is in 6th. Never mind. That's Michael Jones. That's starting in 5th. He started 14th as well. We could have a few underdog winners here. So Josh Wong, who won here previous... Double checking the stats here real quick. Josh Wong is out of the running, so we could have a 5th first-time winner here at Darlington. It could be anybody up here, and it's going to be within the span of 4 laps. Reese Saunders predicts another caution and de Jong to win. Interesting prediction. I don't doubt that, though. We'll see what happens. Pace car pulls off. De Jong holding the field together. And he's down in the way, catching that 81 off guard. Green flag is back out. 4-lap shootout. And everybody's already quickly single file, aside from this massive drivers behind. Oh, almost 3 wide there in the back. Josh Wong trying to get going. That wasn't going to work out. Cornish, he won last week. He's going to try and win again this week if he can. These two were even throughout the entire race. Adam Wright just sitting back in case anything happens. 3 to go. Could have a battle. Well, look at this. Doug Kinrate makes his way up to 5th. Matthew Dalton. I was looking at that for a second. I was looking at Matthew Dalton to the inside. He's going to make his way up to 6th place here. Two laps to go. 2 laps more for 2 laps for Ian Cornish to see if we can get up to the first place position again. This is going to be quite intense. We're going to see what Ian Cornish can do here. Because that lap is quickly winding down. He's going to have one more chance here. Coming to the white flag. One more. No. Caution is out. That was Ben Summers, I believe, and it was Jake Forrester. No, that's just Ben Summers on the inside. So Reese Saunders was right. Another caution, and de Jong wins on the final lap as well. Well, I can't really win on the final lap, I should say. Does Reese win anything for prediction? I didn't think that would actually be... I didn't even know, actually. I mean, it's just prediction, but, maybe. But really, though, that was a very interesting prediction. I could see why. Us two evenly matched, and de Jong did have the advantage, so that's a very smart prediction there. So, coming to lead his 31st lap, it's going to be Nigel de Jong. And he'll win at Darlington as well, so congratulations to him on that. De Jong is victorious here at Darlington. Ian Cornish finished at second, third place. Adam Wright. We'll get an interview with those three in a few moments' time. We're going to take a look at the at what caused the caution here in a few moments. And that was Ben Summers, unfortunately. Waiting for everything to cycle through, waiting for that red to flash again for the second time. There it is. Everything is now officially official in terms of, well, iRacing stats. Of course, admins still have to go through and do points and everything else, but National de Jong number 41 wins at Darlington. Results for this race. National de Jong comes home with a win. Ian Cornish second. Reese Saunders third. Hold on a second. All right, that may be live timing. Yeah, the black tire smoke is a little bit of a bug for the nighttime version, or at least sunset in this case, I believe. So yeah, that's a little bit new. Ooh, nudge the wall. Not sure what happened with Adam Wright scoring. Maybe it's because it's still in real time on the over on my side. Yeah, never mind. So Adam Wright did not finish third. Sorry about that. Reese Saunders finished third. Hold on a second. Yep, this is incorrect. We have the wrong settings here. Race settings. Man, if the ticker went through the entire race with that, apologies for that. Oh boy. National de Jong first, Ian Cornish second, third place Adam Wright, Stuart Barnett fourth, fifth is Doug Kinraid, Matthew Dalton finishes in sixth, Michael Jones seventh, eighth place Jonathan Rex, ninth is Mike Robertson. Look at that, 26th to 9th, impressive. So from dead last to 9th, that is very impressive. Sergio Cabral finishes in the top 10. John Jenkins finishes in 11th. Josh Wong 12th. Ben Summers, Mark Redford, and Jake Forster 13th through 15th. Doug Pickering, Ian Bassey, Carl Jacquelet, Christopher Kearney, and Simon Marshall 16th through 20th. And then the rest of the field is Ken Bracey, John Jarrett, Stuart Pomfrey, Reese Saunders, Carl Hayes, and Mark Nadeau. I'm going to take a quick break, really quick. This time not for the cameras, actually set up for top 3 interviews, and we will speak with them in a few moments' time. This is the My Team Racing Truck Series, sponsored by Nest of the Woods, represented by Mark Redford here at Darlington. Your top 3 interviews coming up in just a few moments. Back at Darlington, and we do have a replay of what happened after the race. And, well, we're going to find out. 27 Josh 1 trying to make a move as quickly as possible. Gets to the inside of John Jenkins. A bit of contact. Hard shot off the corner. And again, another inside shot. Somebody else. That was the number 4. Now Sergio Cabral. He finished in the 10th place position is my question. But, man, that's what, the fourth hard shot to the inside that we've seen. I think the 5th even. Oh. Thanks to Iris and a little bit of errors, we lost that. But nonetheless, though, we'll be interviewing actually, well, Mark Redford is actually open right now. So we will interview him in a few moments about his sponsorship. We can get a actually decent camera angle here. There we go. So we'll get Mark Redford here. We'll get Redford on pretty much right now if we can. Mark Redford, do you have us?
Hello, Gary.
Don't worry,
Gary, do you copy?
Yeah, I'm good. I was redoing some things over on OBS. Aside from that, though, I see you were in the waiting for a little bit of an interview, so I figured I was going to talk to you throughout the race, but I'm just like, oh, that's not the best time for him because he's probably not too happy. So luckily you are available. So yeah, I decided to just yeah.
I was more embarrassed than unhappy, to be honest.
Oh, okay, well that's not terrible. So tell us about your sponsor, Nest in the Woods, though.
So we are a forest school. So we run sessions. We go into schools. We have an outdoor preschool nursery. We take children out into nature and let them play and have fun, enjoy themselves, and learn from nature and improve their self-esteem. And yeah, it's a great job to be outdoors all day long.
I don't think I could survive all day, but it's definitely interesting as well because I don't think we have any type of outdoor schools here in the U.S. But it's very impressive to see that that actually be a thing. So hopefully that does make its way over into the U.S. If it is, probably a little bit more, well, just more out there.
Yeah, you've got a lot more wilderness over there than we have over here in the UK. So it would be.
Yeah, that is true. So of course, before we let you go, anyone that you'd pretty much like to I guess give a shout out to? A little bit impromptu, but I mean you did finish the race at least, so might as well give you the floor.
Okay, I'll give a shout out to everybody who races with us in MTR on a Sunday night. It's a highlight of the week in some ways for me. It's good fun. Nice to race with the same people each week. So yeah, the admin team, and all the people that race. Also my sponsors, although I must apologise for rubbing the sponsorship off the car tonight.
And on the bright side, you did keep the sponsorship at least on the tailgate and the backside of it, so that's a good thing.
Yep.
So it is still there. So of course we're gonna go ahead and let you go. But thanks once again for talking about your sponsor with us.
Oh yeah, thanks, Gary.
So that was Mark Redford. We will get the race winner of Ian Cornish here in a few moments. Just gonna have to wonder why that broke, but very impressive by Nigel de Jong here. Did I say Ian Cornish? I think I said Ian Cornish. I meant to say Nigel de Jong. My goodness. I thought, man, just in case anyone didn't think it was rigged enough. I'm kidding. But yeah, commentator's curse in a sense, but also not really. We'll get De Jong in here in a few moments if I did say Ian Cornish, which I more than likely did. I said Ian Cornish again, didn't I? My goodness. Nigel de Jong, do you have a copy?
Hey, what's up, Gary?
Well, I somehow keep getting you confused with Ian Cornish, thinking that he won, but you did. So it was an interesting finish. I will say that he won last week. You won this week. So here once again at Darlington with you. So my goodness, I don't even know where to start really. Just walk us through pretty much your entire race as a whole.
Well, I came in late, so limited practice. Still put it on the pole, so I was pretty confident with the race pace. And then By the time Josh Wong got by, he just smoked us. It's like I'd forgotten how to drive turns 1 and 2. So I don't know where I pulled that one from, because I sure as hell wasn't the fastest car today.
And aside from that restart though, where you actually did somehow manage to, you were even at least. I'll say that you're even with Cornish there for a few laps time. I think you got the most laps led as well for this race. So either way, that's definitely very impressive performance there with the pretty much anything throughout this race. So even coming in late, you still managed to come away with a win. So especially at this track is definitely had its fair share of how to put this, everything. That's not really the best, but either way, come on with a win, and somehow you didn't really, from what I've seen, you didn't even hit the outside wall either.
I think like grazed it once, but I had no damage, luckily. But other than that, yeah, it was pretty clean. I'm just really happy to win here because I think last time we went, Josh actually did what I did today, stay out on the last caution and kind of steal away a win. But I'll take it.
It's a little bit of a pattern emerging there for the for this race. That's actually quite interesting. Of course, before we let you go, anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to here for your race win at Darlington tonight?
Yeah, shout out to my dad recovering from knee surgery. So hope all goes well, and kind of did this for him today.
Yeah, definitely. So if he's recovering, then that's definitely a great sign that he's doing hopefully okay right now. So yeah, it's definitely really good to know that he's doing well though.
Yeah, and he likes to think he's doing well. He still needs to take it easy, but he's just stubborn. But no, this one was for him.
Yeah, it's definitely good to dedicate wins to pretty much anybody that you can. So we are going to go ahead and let you go. Congratulations once again on your race win here tonight.
Well, thank you, and hopefully see you again pretty soon.
Yep, hopefully next week.
Yes, sir.
That was Ian Cornish. Oh my goodness, I'm still saying it. Ian Cornish did not win. Dijon is your winner this week. I don't know why I keep getting those two confused all of a sudden, but we are almost done. But of course, just want to let everyone know that next week is going to be Kentucky for. Oh my goodness. I also have no idea how many laps we're at Kentucky for, but either way, next week we're at Kentucky. I believe about 60 laps. Somebody better correct me if I'm wrong on that, since I probably am, but either way, next week we head to Kentucky. Not sure what time, but they do have a night race. They do have nights, should I say, lighting at night. So that could be interesting a little bit, throw a little bit of a wrench into everything with the time of day that we have. And of course, tomorrow night as well, at least for a completely different league, at the Red Light Scrambler Series for their first race of the season, first of 15 as well. And that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night for, I believe they are in the Cup car as well for that. Nope, sorry, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I was incorrect on that one. This is why I double check. I'm starting to think ahead towards the daylight savings being in effect. That's not the not so fun part about broadcasts, but either way, that's pretty much it to look forward to. Yeah, it's gonna be the Cup car in the Red Light Scrambler Series tomorrow night. So we hope to see you for that race as well, and appreciate you joining for tonight's race at Darlington Raceway, I should say, for the My Turn Racing Truck Series here with their Nest in the Woods race as well, sponsored by Nest in the Woods for 75 laps. So hope to see you again tomorrow night for the Red Light Scrambler Series at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will see you also next week for the My Turn Racing Truck Series at Kentucky. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.